Hello, good day, guys. My name is Nick, Technical Analyst, SuperForex. Today, we shall be looking at the technical analysis on the currency pair, the grade which is bound to the Japanese yen. And first, we will be talking about fundamental analysis before we move right down ahead to technical analysis, which is purely what we're going to be seeing on the chart. We have noticed that GBP JPY extends the previous two-day rebound on the strong UK unemployment data during the initial hour of the London Open that said that the cross-currency pair initially ticked up to 159.96 before easing up to 159.75 by the first time. Now, the UK's latest round of jobs report, mainly comprising April's month's claimant court change and ILO unemployment rate for 3 months to March, back the Bank of England's BOE latest hawkish bias, as well as Governor Andrew Bailey's push for a faster rate hike. They said that the UK claimant count change for April has dropped below minus 38.8 K forecast and minus 46.9 K prior readouts to minus 56.9 K. Also favoring the GBP JPY bulls was the easy unemployment rate of 3.7% compared to the 3.8% market consensus in prior. Now, other than the UK data, firmer sentiment and comments favoring no major challenges to the Bank of Japan's money policy also keeps GBP JPY buyers hopeful. And additionally, firmer US Treasury yields act as an extra catalyst to propel the quote. While we have noticed that the Japan's Finance Minister Shushi Suzuki and BOJ Deputy Governor Masayoshi Amaya were the latest policymakers who pushed for easy money policies. And among the additional catalysts favoring the GBP JPY bulls are the COVID headlines from China, as well as recently downbeat US data and Fed speak. Amid this plays, the stock futures, Asia Pacific equities, and the US Treasury yields print gains, but the US dollar index remains pressured for the third consecutive day. Now, moving ahead, GBP JPY traders may keep their risk on the risk catalyst and hence highlight the speech from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, as well as Brexit news. Not to forget COVID-19 updates as the key factors to watch for fresh directions. Now, purely what we're going to be seeing on the chart, the technicals, we have noticed that a convergence of the previous support line from late March, checking out our daily time frame, and the monthly resistance line highlights the 160.00 threshold as an important resistance for the GBP JPY bulls to tackle before eyeing the driver's seat. And we have some additional important levels. We have our total last price being at 159.66, and the total daily change, of course, being 0.49, and total daily change percent being a total of 0.31%. And our today's daily open was at 159.17, and our trends for the daily SMA 50, SMA 20, SMA 100, and SMA 200, we have it respectively to be 162, 162.13, 160.53, 158.01, and lastly 155.23. And our previous daily highs, we have it to be going back to our daily time frame. We have it to be at 159.28, and the previous daily low at 157.44, and the previous weekly high we have it to be at 162.19, and the previous weekly low we have it to be at 155.6. And our previous monthly high, of course, we have it to be at 168.44. Our previous monthly low, we have it to be 159.64. We have our daily Fibonacci of 38.2% at 158.58. And daily Fibonacci of 61.8%, we have it to be at 158.14. Our daily pivot S1, 157.98. Our daily pivot point S2 at 156.79. Our daily pivot point of S3 have it at 156.14. And moving down to our hourly time frame, the 1 hour time frame, we've seen a build up the momentum. I'm nearing a most recent resistance. So we are looking for a buy trade throughout the day for the GBP JPY here. So if you're making an entry at this point and let your traders trend up to the next resistance zone, we are having nothing less than 143 pips on this trade, which of course is good morning. That's our technical analysis on today's currency pair, GBP JPY. Let's move now down to the stock market. Now, right away on the stock market, we'll be looking at the Verizon Communications, #VZ. And of course, we'll be talking about mostly fundamentals, what has been happening in the market. We have noticed that Berkshire Hathaway 13F filling bought a more chevron trimmed Verizon, and this is in very brief from the 13F filling from Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. 8 new buys for Occidental. We have about 134.4 million shares valued at $7.74 billion, which is representing 15% of shares. An outstanding HP of 104.5 million valued at $3.79 billion, representing 9.9% of shares. We have an outstanding Citigroup being a 552 million valued at $2.95 billion, representing 2.8% of shares outstanding Paramount Global Class. We have 68.9 million valued at $2.61 billion, representing 11% of shares outstanding Celanese Corporation. Now, 7.88 million valued at $1.13 billion, representing 7.3% of shares outstanding the Markel Corp, and Ali Financial Corporation. Now, what effect has this had on the Verizon Corporation? We have noticed that of recent, it has made way out of the resistance zone at 48.88, and we are looking out for a pullback, a little pullback before a push up to cover this whole zone. So what we should be expecting is nothing less than the 51.50 zones thereabout. Now, if we're to make an entry at this point and let the trade run up to that extent, we're looking at nothing less than 30 pips, 25 to 30 pips, which of course is good money. And an extension of the trend, we're looking to cover at least nothing less than 50 pips from that trade. Now, also confirming this from our 4 hours time frame. We have seen all of this, and it has been pretty okay, considering the movements have been happening. So we are looking to cover all of this, and at the end of the day, we're having a good reach out of this coverage, of course. As we already explained in the 1 hour time frame, we're looking at nothing less than 30 pips, of course, from this trade. That's our technical analysis on today's stock market. Verizon Communications, I remain your host, Nick. Bye for now.